Welcome back to Kalispell Warhawk football, everybody. It's week 10 with the Warhawks back at home hosting the Washington Huskies as Kalispell tries to get win number 8. This division continues to be the most competitive in college football, but today's matchup brings some change for Kalispell with the injury to quarterback Brandon Warren a week ago. He's set to miss today's game and next week's game, meaning Roshaun Phillips will be starting for the first time in his career today. Let's play some football. Here we go. Rick Thomas sends us off, and the 3-5 Huskies will begin the day at their own 25-yard line. They have a very young offense, one that will have a chance to develop for a while. The quarterback is sophomore Brennan Cummings, who does have a little mobility in his game as well. 11 touchdown passes on the season. This throw goes outside to Drew Nobles for a short pickup. Now the first third down of the day. Cummings back to pass. Pressure around him. He fires downfield. Connects with Nobles. He'll break a tackle and go the distance. Washington with the quick strike 70-yard touchdown. He just threw this up for grabs off his back foot. Jamari Akinjide not able to break on the football quick enough. And there's the start Washington was looking for. They are heavy underdogs in this matchup, but with that start coupled with the backup quarterback starting for Kalispell, we'll see what it all means. Meanwhile, over in Stanford, Oregon right now has a chance to defeat the #1 team in the country. We'll keep an eye on that game. They're in overtime. Here's Marty Belafonte. Watch out, he gets to the outside. Across the 40 with a spin. Marty Belafonte sets up Roshaun Phillips in the offense with good field position. Phillips is a redshirt senior making his first ever start as Kyle Thomas gets nothing on his first carry. Phillips has attempted 15 passes in his career, many of those this season. He played last week in the relief of Warren and now gets sacked for the first time. It's an early 3rd and 20. Tough way to start on both sides for Kalispell. They'll just run it with Thomas, who sheds a tackle, finds some daylight, and Thomas is going to pick this up. Flashing that high speed, 33-yard pickup. It looked like they had him. He sheds the arm tackle, makes a move, and there's no outside contain. That is a huge missed opportunity. Now in field goal range, Phillips fakes and fires a strike to Justin Payne over the middle for a gain of 14 yards. 3 receivers in the game. Phillips from the shotgun lobs one up in the end zone. Touchdown, Carl Joyce. He gets off the line with a tremendous release, and that's when Phillips throws it up to the big receiver. Good start here for Roshaun Phillips. Now his 3rd career touchdown pass. And Joyce having a good second half of the year. Tied at 7, and Washington takes over. This is Ricks running up the middle for about 5 yards. We'll see how much pressure Kalispell can put on this young quarterback. Cummings wants the screen on 3rd down. Joe Ricks with the catch, and he's driven out of bounds with no gain and a quick 3 and out. Back to Kalispell, who have turned things around in a hurry. Basically a 0-0 game again. Now a mid-screen setup, and Joyce running coast to coast all the way to the near sideline for a gain of 11 yards. Joyce getting more opportunities lately and making the most of them. Running up the middle now. It's a good one for Kyle Thomas. With this ground game really surging lately. They've been fun to watch. Heading back to the air, pressure off the edge, and Phillips is dropped. Definitely had Kyle Thomas underneath, but couldn't find him in time. It's another 3rd and long for Kalispell, now needing 13. Phillips fires, and that's a catch. That's Antoine Knightley for a gain of 15. What a great play. Warhawks back in Washington territory. First down, complete. Payne escaping inside the 15 with one man to beat, fighting his way to the 1-yard line. It's a catch and run of 43. I love seeing all these players step it up today in the absence of Warren. They're driving down looking for touchdown number 2. Handoff and to the outside. Kyle Thomas finishes this possession. No Brandon Warren, they still score on their first 2 drives. Now let's check on the Stanford Cardinal, who have now suffered their first loss of the season. They still hold the tiebreaker over Kalispell, and we'll see if they lose again. Meanwhile, Penn State defeats Ohio State. They'll likely become the new #1 team in college football. Back to the Huskies, running with Cummings. Here he breaks a tackle of Baker and trucks ahead beyond the 40-yard line. They'll do some read option. They'll try whatever it takes to move the football. Joe Ricks up the middle, nothing there. Xavier Bozeman shuts it down. 3rd down now for Washington. They need 10. Just 4 on the rush, and there's an open man. Engel separates and makes the catch. Good for 26 yards. Kalispell goes to this 2-deep look. 3rd and 7 now for the Huskies. Good protection. Cummings still has time, and now runs out. Eventually the rush will get there, and it's Boogie Turner with his 8th on the season. That'll bring up a long field goal try about 52 yards away, and it's made with ease. 14-10. Good first quarter here in Kalispell. Drive number 3 begins for the Warhawks, setting up the screen for Kyle Thomas, and where's the defense? He's in the open field across the 50. Thomas up the sideline, now being chased down deep in Husky territory after a 54-yard reception. Big plays is all Thomas has provided this season. Now he gets a rest. Here's Phillips on 3rd and 6, navigating the pocket, buying time, and he's intercepted in the end zone. 2 excellent possessions and then the INT. 2nd of his career. I loved how he bought time here, but trying to force it into Payne, and the defender was right there. Big mistake. We'll see if the Huskies capitalize here in the 2nd quarter. Cummings across the middle with a throw into traffic, complete to Rob Edwards. 2 deep safeties again for the Warhawks. They send 3. Cummings against good coverage, airs it out and finds his man, Eric Beck for 15. The Huskies continue to make these tough plays. And now they'll sweep it with Ricks. Ball comes out at the end, recovered by Bozeman if it stands, and they're already waving it off. 3rd down and 7 now for Washington. 3 deep here for the Warhawks, dumped off to Ricks. He's going to get this 1st down. That running back check down can be very good against these cover 3 defenses, but Kalispell mixes up their looks quite a bit. Now 3rd and 8 on the outside. Another good throw out of Brennan Cummings, who has really impressed me here in the early goings. Washington staying in this game, competing on offense. Cummings pulls back another, runs up the middle, and has another gain of 11. Good enough for a 1st down. Huskies have their eyes on the lead. Here's Sullivan. He's going to weave to the weak side and pick up 5. On 2nd down, offset backfield. Another one to Sullivan. Again, wants to cut it back, and he'll end up a yard shy of the marker. 3rd down. Kalispell crowds the line with their great front 7. Another weak side handoff, and Sullivan won't get there. Stopped by Anthony Hicks, but the offense for Washington will play aggressive. They're going for it. 4th and a short 1. Toss out to Austin. Wrapped up by Baker. He doesn't get it. What a play by number 30, Chris Baker. That's Baker, the playmaker. Kalispell takes over at the 5. Coming out in the I formation, this is going to Marcus Payne, who does more of his damage here between the tackles. Gain of 6. Back to their single back set. Thomas the back, 3rd and inches, and they'll get it. But Thomas pays the price at the end of the play. Kalispell again with 2 tight ends. Thomas gets it, flips it back to Phillips. It's a flea flicker. He's going deep, and it's caught by Payne. 1st down in Husky territory. Kalispell has long loved the trick plays. That one works for a big pickup. Now Thomas back up the middle, pummeled after a short gain. Kalispell very good so far on 3rd down. Now against the blitz, Phillips not ready for it. Huskies do a great job by not showing the pressure, and then Kalispell just not being ready for it. Still a 14-10 game. Kalispell sure had the chance to open this up a bit more, but Townsend knocks this throw away to force 2nd down. We have less than 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Cummings needs 11. Everyone's going deep, and his pass floats off the mark. It's a quick 3 and out, giving the ball back to Kalispell. Can they open this thing up a bit more before the half ends? 1:20 on the clock. Here's a catch made by Antoine Knightley. Tough play over the middle. Setting up 3rd and 3. Phillips against another rush, and he's sacked. They weren't showing blitz on that time either. What a job by this defense. Sam King racking up the stats here in the first half. And that's going to do it. Major credit to Washington keeping this close. Both teams had some opportunities left out there, but that's football. Time to get this third quarter underway. Kalispell only up by 4 on the 3-5 Huskies. Can either team assume control here in the second half? Warhawks have it first, and they come out with 2 tight ends. The back is Thomas, and he gets it. There's a lane. Thomas finds it and speeds through across the 50. Thomas taken down after another long run, 34 yards. And give the credit here to right guard Mike Hill. It makes it a lot easier on your running back when you have lanes like that. 1st and 10 for Roshaun Phillips. Back to the air and throwing across the middle again. Payne escapes again inside the 20. Catch and run of 19 yards. Payne's over 100 on the day. 1st and 10. Phillips, knockback, intended for Kyle Thomas. Just noticed, by the way, no catches on the day yet for Hayden John Charles. 3rd and 10. Pressure around Phillips. He's thrown down with good coverage on the back end. Still, Washington's going to be down only 1 score. 17-10. Huskies hanging around. Their best play, of course, that 70-yarder. Now Ricks gets nothing. Townsend stopping the run. They've been very one-dimensional so far. Now they'll go back to Ricks. He'll cut back upfield. A great choice, and he'll get the first down. Washington needs this running game, whether it's with Ricks or with Cummings, to work. It's hard to be one-dimensional against the Warhawks. Now it's Nobles. He had the 70-yard touchdown earlier, now a gain of 19 yards. They're back across midfield. Cummings feels the rush, and he tripped. I'm not sure if anyone's getting credit for that one, but thanks to the college rules, that's a sack. 2nd down and 17. Cummings airs it out, has a man, and he's brought down out of bounds. A high-level play there by Jamari Akinjide. If you can't make a play on the ball, take the receiver out of bounds. That forces a 3rd and 17. Once again, 8 in coverage. Cummings airs this out. Engel there, and he dropped it. A perfect throw by Brennan Cummings. His receiver lets him down. 17-10. Kalispell takes over, and they'll run it once again. Thomas all the way outside, up to the 30-yard line, gain of 10. And now Kalispell brings in some substitutions. They have Dustin Payment in at quarterback for the first time. And Payment's going to keep this one running out to the right side. He's got plenty of space and is out of bounds toward the 50. Man, what Brandon Warren could have done with that kind of room. 1st and 10. Payment running the option now. He'll flip this out to Marcus Payne. He's on the outside with no one to contest. Inside the 15, all the way, Marcus Payne. 51 yards. I knew eventually they'd get Dustin Payment involved, and it worked so quickly. Now Kalispell finally beginning to pull away. But the Huskies have impressed me. Can they hang around? Down 14, good throw out to Eric Beck. 13-yard catch. Tommy Jordan checks into the game now at safety. Cummings on 1st down, taking a shot again, and Edwards is there! A spinning catch near the 10 for 45 yards. The Huskies will not go away in this game. On 1st down, Cummings across the middle, Ricks inside the 5. Good job getting close. Can they find the end zone? On 2nd down, Cummings throwing middle, picked off by Bozeman. Kalispell takes it, and they'll have it inside their own 5-yard line. Another missed opportunity for the Huskies, and Xavier Bozeman comes through. He got so hyped up he thought he was going 105 to the house. Now Kalispell starts inside their 5 after a wonderful play by Bozeman, and Marcus Payne's going to buy them some room now, gain of 6. 3rd down and 2. Thomas is the back again. Running left. Thomas has the 1st down. This is maybe the best Warhawk running game we've ever seen, and I think the stats would show that it's not even close. Payment's back in at quarterback now, and Justin Payne. He's hit hard but gets right back up. Now they bring Phillips back in for the 3rd and 6. Phillips throws it up for grabs, and there's Carl Joyce! What a play! The safety made a good break on the football as Joyce gets off the line. They tried to do what they did on the touchdown. Joyce had to work a little harder on this one. I love seeing Joyce start slow but still make great plays here in the second half. Now he finds Joyce again. Good throw by Phillips. That's a quick strike for 15 yards. I thought that Phillips would be able to come in and have himself a good game, and I'd say he's done that here. Hayden John Charles now his first catch. I actually expected a lot more of him because normally pocket passers have helped the tight ends the most in our offense. Now it's a toss and the speed flash by Thomas. You cannot catch up to this guy until it's too late. Goal to go for Roshaun Phillips. Stepping up to run. Has some room. Diving in. And down at the 1. I don't know. I thought he was in. And Leon Daniels is going to challenge this call. Let's see it one more time. It looks like the ball does break through the end zone before he goes out of bounds. At least that's what it looks like to me. The referees disagree. Third and goal. It's a fullback dive with Brandon Tolbert, and they're stopped right at the 1. It might not be the most popular decision Leon Daniels makes this week, but the field goal does make it a 3-score game, more important than trying to maximize the points on this possession. Meanwhile, there's Cal trying to remain undefeated. They have a nice lead over Oregon State. The team Kalispell will meet next week. Down 17, now it's true desperation time for the Huskies. I still want to give them a ton of credit in this game for keeping things close and making big plays offensively. I also think they might have something here with Brennan Cummings, who gets wrapped up on the play by Boogie Turner, and he's now tied with Mo Collins for the most sacks on the team with 9. Third and long, everyone's going deep. Cummings buying time, and sacked! Mo Collins back in front. He wasn't going to let Boogie share that lead with him for long. One play. Kalispell football 27-10. Marcus Payne sweeps outside, not much here. They'll likely focus on their running game here in the fourth quarter, but need to throw it on third down. Phillips steps up and they get to him again, something they've done a great job of today. Wilson with his third. Still most of the starters in for Kalispell as Cummings again gets to the outside, avoiding the sack, but this ball is dropped. On 3rd and 9, again just 3 on the rush. Dumped off here to Ricks, and he won't get there. Good hit. 4th down and 2. Washington comes out in the eye. They'll run up the middle, and Jamari Akinjide makes yet another play. Great job by him. Warhawks take over, and now they bring in more of the backup players who have gotten a lot of playing time this year in many of these lopsided games. Here's Colt Sully on the reception, nothing there. He's flashed a couple times with big plays. Now they run with Marcus Payne again to the left side where they've had so much success. And here goes Payne inside the 20. Great vision on this play, keeping his blockers in front. It's a 51-yard run. He and Thomas both have runs over 50 today. Goal to go for Dustin Payment, trying to find the end zone, rolling out, a crossbody throw, incomplete. 4th down Warhawks, and they'll just be kicking. This one is just about over. Many backups in now for the Kalispell defense. 30-10 is the score, and this is nearly picked. Justin Garcia. We saw him actually come away with one of those not long ago, nearly his second on the year. 3rd and 2, good job by Ricks getting upfield. They will move the chains and have some more downs to play with. 1:11 left to go. Cummings protected in the pocket, floats one to the sideline, complete this time. Got it there to Brad Baker. Can they capitalize on this goal to go opportunity? On 1st down, Cummings, middle, through the hands of Randolph and incomplete. Keep in mind they do have an interception down here and a turnover on downs already. On 3rd down, Ricks with the catch, and they'll have to go for it now on 4th down to make this game a little bit closer. They're 1 of 3 on 3rd down. Warhawks bring 3. Cummings back of the end zone. He overthrew it. Incomplete. Again, the end zone defense awesome for Kalispell. Not just their red zone defense, specifically in goal-to-go spots. It's a Warhawk win here in Week 10. Great job by Roshaun Phillips filling in for Brandon Warren. And once more, the running game dominates. Over 200 yards between Payne and Thomas. I'm really happy with these two backs and what they have turned into this season. Maybe the most effective running back tandem Kalispell has seen yet. Phillips ended up 14 of 19 for 263, a touchdown, and the one interception. And then both running backs today over 100 yards with a touchdown. Payne was great. Carl Joyce had some big plays. It was a fun day offensively. The main area where they got us was when they were blitzing, and I really wasn't expecting it. If they're not showing it, I'm usually not going to pay as much attention, and I paid the price on a few of those plays today. Penn State is the new number 1, Cal up to number 2 after defeating Oregon State. Stanford falls, meanwhile, from number 1 to number 8. Kalispell stays the same. Next week, once again with Roshaun Phillips at starting quarterback, things get a lot more difficult with us taking on Oregon State. Once again, Herb Street is predicting that we will lose. I know their quarterback, Daniel Glover, is good. We played him a year ago. That was a 51-37 game, so they can put up some points. It'll just be up to our offense to not be slowed down too much. I think this team is likely a bit more talented than Washington top to bottom, so we'll see if the offense can function like they did today. The main thing is going to be running the football. How much of that can we trust? We're a better running team than we are a passing team this year. We're actually a pretty good running team at that. There are a couple weaknesses here for Oregon State I believe we can exploit, specifically up front. If we create havoc with our front four, we know that's not good news for opposing teams. Also at receiver, I just question how many plays they're going to be able to make. They do have a good tight end though in Mario Ross, so we'll see how they plan to attack us. For recruiting this week, we do have some news. A lot of good news, as a matter of fact. We had many of our top recruits visiting this week, and Drake Maddox, along with Luke Irvin, did commit. I was not expecting Maddox to commit. He was slightly favoring Boise State before the visit, and now he's committed to us. With the graduation of Hayden John Charles this offseason, this is huge. And we also may have ourselves a quarterback of the future. Luke Irvin is the number 10 ranked quarterback in this class. And he is a pure pocket passer and one of the best, maybe the best we have ever recruited. He is highly accurate, has decent arm strength, and I think that he has a great chance of taking over for Brandon Warren when his career is done here. Anthony Payne also committed this week. He is a linebacker who really doesn't have an identity yet at the position. He just has some raw skills. We'll have to see where he's at in a couple years and what traits of his get better. Looking ahead, we're now in a great spot with Shannon Somerville and Bill Long, two more players who are at the game today. We saved all our big visits for this one, and it sure paid off in a big way. Bill Long's in first place, Tyrell Jefferson, Trey Walker, Ross Mistorovich. I think we're going to have ourselves a great class at the end of the day. Here are the numbers now on the season. Obviously, more INTs than I would like at this point. I love seeing all this rushing success. I think it is the best running team Kalispell has ever had. Justin Payne, 650 yards. Joyce and John Charles trying to get their numbers up still before the end of the season. And only in his true sophomore season, Maurice Collins with double-digit sacks. He might be the best edge rusher to come out of Kalispell by the time his career is done. We still have one more game without Brandon Warren. Can the Warhawks get another win next time? Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Kalispell Warhawk Dynasty. If you did, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like, you can also become a member by hitting the join button next to the subscribe button, and I will be seeing you with more Kalispell content soon. Have a great day.